We're here with Stacy, and we're talking customized presentations.
Yeah.
Really, she's going to do the talking. I'm going to listen. You don't want me to do the talking on this.
You ask really good questions, though, Randy, so I'm excited to hear what you ask.
What are we talking about with customized presentations?
Yeah.
I have an idea, but I want to hear the reality.
So if you think about it, there's a lot of different ways to impart information, right? So if you're looking for just kind of a quick hit, that's where those tailored keynotes would come in. But sometimes you need a deeper dive. So maybe it's, one presentation that's really customized for a specific group and a specific need, or maybe it's a series of presentations. And when I say presentation, I don't want you to have in your head a boring PowerPoint.
So I'm not sitting there going,
taking a snooze.
Yeah,
like, okay, when is it going to be the next?
But you said you get
here?
people involved in these things.
Absolutely. I've done a lot of train the trainer training, to use the same word 3 different ways. So I've got a lot of best practices that I continue to evolve my style, right? And then you add in all the things that we can do with technology now. So whether it's virtual, hybrid, or in person, I'm making sure that we're starting with the end in mind. What does success look like for this group, for this engagement, for this set of customized presentations? What are the audience members coming in with in terms of existing skills and abilities? What are those gaps? And then I work to make sure that the content is interactive and applicable, and that the way we're assessing is relevant, right? Because it's great to have a rah, oh, that was a great training.
No, you say assessing what people have taken away from this.
Correct. That's where the magic comes in, making sure that you're actually transferring knowledge to people, that you are building skills. And there's a lot of great ways to do that, but it takes the science-based approach of learning and development, which is what it's all about. So I wanted to share some examples of things that I've done. So one of them is helping trade associations prepare for a successful manufacturing day. So manufacturing day is that first Friday in October. And while it's just one day, it takes a lot of effort and planning to build it to be the most successful it can be. So I run through soup to nuts. Here is the timeline to prepare successfully. Here are the partners you want to involve within your region. Here are examples of activities. Here are best practices and case studies from real life companies. So the association brought me in to do that virtually for all their members. And then we had some member engagement where they were sharing their best practices. So we were lifting up that entire industry through the Industrial Fasteners Institute, which is super cool because we're getting kids and teachers, by the way, more educated around all that you can do in the manufacturing industry.
Sounds pretty successul, I'm sure. How long does it take? And again, I know it's kind of a depends question, but if I'm like, hey, you know what, I want to get you involved, what are we talking about? Because that's pretty involved on your end.
Yeah, so it depends if it's something that I've got some background work already on. Right? So some of the other ones that I've already done, I've helped organizations build their talent pipeline. So getting them to think about who are the partners in your region. So it's, things like your Chamber of Commerce, it's your community colleges and vo-tech schools, it's your universities, it's other organizations within your business park, right? Like
right down the street, those people you see passing by every day? Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Huh? So it's all
but you don't think of it.
Exactly. So I've got, that one where I've connected a lot of the dots. So it's pretty easy to freshen that up and make it relevant for a specific organization. I have done things like teach companies how to plan. So how to do that workforce development planning. So instead of having me do all the work for you, I can teach your team how to do those things. I can teach you how to stand up your own training team if you're finally ready to make an investment in your staff in that functional area. So I would say with any engagement, obviously the more lead time, the better to answer your question. But there are quite a few things where if you give me a few weeks, we can come up with something that'll meet your needs.
Nice. That still be a customized presentation.
Yeah.
What else can you share about customized presentations?
I think we've covered a lot of the ones that come to mind that I have a lot of experience with.
Okay.
But really, like we've said before, if you can dream it, we can do it.
If you can dream it, Stacy can help it happen.
That's right. We can make it happen.
Thanks so much, Stacy.
Yeah.